Hey, it's D&D time. So, yeah, it's been a minute since we played. But, as a quick refresher, you guys have just crossed, I believe, the river... Let me get up here to that river. You just crossed the river Tariki, and you are basically... within a day's walk, not even a day's walk, from Firefinger, the 300-foot stone spire in the middle of the jungle that is home to the Terrafolk, these flying pterodactyl people that supposedly took your guide Azaka's mask. So, as you get together, and I think you had done some planning, and it sounded like you wanted to go at night? Was that the case?
I think so.
Okay. So, I mean, we'll say that you're able to wait until nighttime, easily enough. And then you begin the journey through the jungle, trying to maintain as much cover as you can, even though it is pretty dark outside. And while you do see some flying silhouettes kind of, blacking out a couple of the stars up above every now and then, they don't seem to notice you, and you get pretty close to the tower itself. You get to kind of the tree line, where there's maybe 30 feet or so from the edge of the woods to the tower itself. And you can see, anyone with dark vision can see that the area around the tower is like littered with broken bodies and remains of things that have fallen victim to the Terrafolk already. You look up and you see the big burning fire at the very top of this structure that Azaka probably knows. It was once a beacon back in kind of more primitive days of Chult. And the magical fire atop it still burns to this day. So, again, those of you who have dark vision can see kind of against the exterior of this tower. There are a few kind of flimsy-looking wood and rope ladders hanging on various parts of it. And one of them does lead up from ground level to what looks like a chamber in the interior of the spire. So that being the case, and there being Terrafolk circling overhead, but seemingly not aware of your presence, how do you guys want to proceed?
I'm going to be in the very back.
Okay. What was that?
Guess I'll go up the ladder first.
Okay. Lucius or Gromad, any preference?
I guess I'll go.
No preference, I'll just try and be stealthy.
Okay. Yeah, so everybody go ahead and make a stealth check on the approach. And I will do so for the NPCs as well.
Sirenny rolled a 15. That wasn't bad.
It's an 8.
I know. I was just filling in for Laura.
is it so bad? Okay. So then Fib is still here, although Laura is missing, so we'll make a check for her. Stealth.
Whew. She's a stealthy girl.
Okay.
That was instructive purposes.
Oh, okay. And then all the NPCs. Let me just go over to a place where I have them all laid out. Alright, so Artis. And Dragonbait. And Azaka. Okay, so despite a few near catastrophic stumbles, overall the group did okay, and you guys are able to make your way to the side of Firefinger and begin heading up this rickety old rope ladder. So let's see here. Okay. So, this first ladder, it runs about 60 feet up the more or less flat side of this spire that is Firefinger. And we said that Thorv was going first, and then Lucius, and then we'll say the other two of you who are here, and then we'll kind of fill in the rest behind. So, all right. So, let me bring you guys over to a map. Or at least some semblance of a map. It's kind of interesting the way they've got all this stuff laid out. Hold on. I guess I'll just group select you guys. And Firefinger. This is taking a minute.
It also took a nap and just woke up and feels sleepy.
Pretty sure my Roll20 just like DC'd. Hold on, I'm gonna refresh. Oh. Chrome just died on me. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Damn unresponsive pages. Okay, so let's see if pasting you guys in even happened. It seems it mostly happened. I guess Fib doesn't get to, or no, it's not Fib. Who's missing? Azaka. Azaka doesn't get to come along. Okay, so let's get her over here. Maybe. Good God, Roll20, come on. Okay. Then, bring you guys over there. So, yeah, you guys have dynamic lighting in force, right? So you can just see kind of this little bit here. Yeah. So you can see kind of the main structure of Firefinger as is. And as Thorv climbs his way up the ladder, he eventually finds himself at the mouth of this little cavern. And I will move you there. Come on, roll 20. I would say I believe in you, but I kind of don't. Okay. So there's that. And so, Thorv, you see in front of you, like, relatively tiny chamber, like a couple paths, one that leads forward and seems to have a pit in the center of at least the largest chamber you can see here. And then one that snakes around to the right, kind of around and out of your line of sight. Everybody else sees this too as they come up one at a time, but I would say that it's going to get pretty cramped in here pretty quickly. So, like, for sure, Thorv can get in.
I'm heading down the right tunnel a little bit just to kind of get away from the opening.
Okay. So, let's see if I can get you over here. A little something like that. Then we'll say grow mod.
I can even bump a couple more in if need be. Like, as long as there's nothing there.
Alright, so there's the 4 PCs who are here, so that's kind of the most important part as of right now. But yeah, so this is what you see. Lucius, if you want to keep going and explore, you can certainly do that.
I'll wait until more people get up.
Okay. Well, then in that case, you might actually want to scoot forward a little bit just to clear some real estate,
Yeah.
or Thorv could. Either one.
I'll scoot forward a step or two if there's.
I'll move forward too,
Okay.
but I can't see anything right now, so
Oh, you can't see anything?
You're in the
I
bottom
just
right
see
picture.
myself. Yeah,
Hold
I only
on.
see myself there.
Hold
My
on.
computer's messing up for some reason.
Oh, probably because of the dynamic lighting. It's kind of a bitch. You know what? I'll tell you what. Let me adjust a couple things, and then I'll just turn the dynamic lighting off because it seems to be causing more harm than good at this point.
I can see the whole map. Anyways.
Oh, you can see the. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. So I guess your computer
I see the
just.
whole map too.
What?
I have like DM's map.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see everything.
Do you see things in with you?
No.
No.
I see everybody else, like our party, but
So basically right now everything's in black and white instead of color.
Okay, so it's advanced fog of war. Interesting.
I
What
can see,
have-
but we can see everything, the whole map, all of it.
Well, that's fucked.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm just going to turn this off because it's not working anyway. So, turn off fog of war. Turn off dynamic lighting. There we go.
Hey,
That should speed
color.
things up a bit.
Yes, color.
Okay. So, we have that. We have... Let's see. So, Thorv, did you still want to move forward? Or...
Yeah, I'll
'Cause
move forward 1 or 2 just to
Okay.
clear up space.
All right. So, yeah. Oh, sorry. I grabbed you right when you were moving. Go ahead and put yourself wherever you're going to go. Okay.
Or farther in if I need to, for more people.
Yeah. So, you've got 4 more people coming up behind you.
Okay. I'll move all the way up.
All right.
Whatever you
So
did
then-
made enemies show up now.
I don't see anybody.
I do.
I do.
Yeah, just not on your map.
Not on our little
Correct.
segment, no.
Correct.
Yeah.
Not on my map.
Yeah. Right.
So you're
Well, it's all good. Like whatever. This dungeon's kind of railroady anyway, so. So this happens. You guys climb up. Your friends are kind of coming up behind you, and I don't know. I mean, I figure Artist and Dragon Bait are probably pretty willing to head in, squeeze past if need be. So yeah, then Fib is like kind of here, and presumably Azaka's like, down a little bit. But Thorv, as you walk into the chamber here, you suddenly hear a kind of skittering sound and like some like squeaks and other unsettling noises, and you look around and notice just in time to see 4 giant wolf spiders that are all pretty intently looking at you. So, we're gonna roll some initiative. So, let's see. How do I get the most people? I can do that.
Ooh.
And that. And then we add 2 to Lucius. And that. Look at you tying with Artis.
Yeah. Like
I'll
I'm
say-
dexterous or something.
Let's say you can go first.
Okay.
And yeah. So we will do that. And cue the combat music. And yeah, Lucius, it is your turn.
All right. So, just taking a quick glance around, is there webbing all throughout that hole, like up in the area of where those spiders are?
Yeah, there's a fair bit of whipping, yeah.
I'm gonna... So you see a spark in my eye, and you see me grab some tallow and a pinch of brimstone,
Oh boy.
and I'm going to cast Flaming Sphere right in the middle of all of that. And I'm gonna light that shit up.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
for mechanics sense, I would probably put it like there, but cheat it a far enough away to not hurt artists.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's like a vertical component to this too, right? So, you know.
So the one over by Thor probably wouldn't get hit, but I want to try to, if I can get the other 3.
Yeah, that could be a thing.
So. But it's not going to actually bump anybody, it's just going to sit there. So on their, when they start their turn,
Okay.
now ends their turn.
Gotcha. Alright. Anything else you wanted to do?
No, that'll be it.
Okay. So they are kind of up on the ceiling, so Artis can't do melee stuff, but he does have his bow. And so he's gonna go ahead and do that. Fires 3 shots. Gonna shoot for the closest one first. And let's see. That is a miss. Okay, second shot. That hits. And so he hits it but doesn't kill it. One more. That's 2 misses. Okay. Cool. Cool. Azaka is not here yet. Dragon Bait. Dragon Bait's in a tough position because he doesn't really have ranged stuff. Let's see.
Dragon Bait
Yeah,
casts ham.
Yeah, suddenly it just smells like ham in here. But that's about it. So I think he's gonna run in and kind of get there just to get out of people's way as they're trying to come in and help, but he can't reach any of them right now. So Thorv, it is your turn.
I'll use Thorn Whip.
Okay.
Pull the one down that's closest to me.
Okay, so there are two that are pretty much equidistant. Okay.
It doesn't really matter, but I was targeting the one by Dragon Bait.
Well, actually, that's your damage roll. So what is Thorn Whip has an attack roll, right?
Oh, 12 is my spell save.
Oh, it's a. Well, hold on. What kind of save does it force then? It should say one way or the other.
Probably a dex.
Oh, nope,
Let's see.
it is on a hit, so it is a D20.
Okay.
No, doesn't matter.
Well, there is some stuff you add to that, and that
Yep.
could make a difference. So what is your spell attack bonus?
4.
Oh, that just misses with a 12. Okay.
Okay, I gotta figure out why that's not working. Okay.
Yeah, it's all good. Okay. So then Groil Mod.
Alright. These are... that doesn't matter. Never mind. So yes, I am going to Hunter's Mark on the one just in front of Artis, and then I'm going to attack with my left.
All right, let's see. So 22, yep. 10 piercing damage. He said the one by Artis?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you just shoot that one right off the ceiling, like no problem. That one's dead.
And I'm going to advance a little bit so someone else can come up on the ledge.
Okay. So then it is Fib's turn. She can kind of scrabble up past Cyrene here. And let's see. I guess she can use the creepy hand chill touch. 10 to hit is not going to get it done though. So the hand like reaches out toward the spider but just kind of dissipates before it gets there. I guess then Fib will inspire. Who should she inspire?
Probably Artis if she saw his performance. I mean, I'm just being honest. That's probably what Fib would say.
I think she's going to inspire Gromod because Gromod has shown that he's being effective, and can keep that going. That bodes well. So yeah, Gromod, take your inspiration, and that will do it for Fib. Cyrene.
Well, no one has taken damage yet because somehow you managed to roll the spiders with lower initiative.
It's true. Yeah, they rolled nat ones on their initiative.
But I also can't really see any of them either.
Yeah, that is a bit of an issue.
Can I hold my action to heal someone? Because I can't really get anywhere either.
So what action are you gonna hold?
Cure wounds.
Cure wounds? Okay. I mean, mind you, they will have to be within reach of you.
Oh, wait. I'll do healing word.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Like, technically, I don't think you can do that, but fuck it. Like, you're not doing anything else, so I'll allow it.
Wait, why wouldn't I be able to?
It's a bonus action, isn't it?
Oh, Well, yeah.
I'm okay with it though. It's literally the only thing you're doing this turn.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
So yeah,
That's it.
cool. So if anybody you see gets hurt, you can heal them.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, spiders. So let's see. The farthest one to the north is going to kind of like skitter down. I guess. Let's see. So basically, it's going to go along the ceiling, and I'm going to put it inside the wall, but like technically, it's on the wall next to like kind of just above Thorv, and it's going to attack him. So creeps its way over and tries to bite Thorv. That is a 16 to hit.
Nope.
Okay, so it like snaps at you, but you're able to kind of deflect the shot. Then this one is gonna skitter up and go for Artis, who does get hit. And yeah, so the thing like comes up and bites Artis, and you hear him just like, ah! You watch him like he looks at the bite mark, and you can see this like slimy stuff still like kind of trailing out of the spider's fangs. Doesn't look fun. Okay. Then the last one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so it's gonna go like here. Also try and attack Artis. But that's gonna miss. And so that will bring us to Lucius, but we do need to roll some damage.
Yeah.
So that's going to be, let's see. You put the thing up, right? So it wasn't like right on top of Artis.
Yeah, I wanted it away
Okay.
from Artis, but closer to the spider.
Yeah. Okay. So then in that case, definitely the one to Artis's left is going to get hit.
Okay.
So roll for that. Okay. Yeah. That spider is actually looking pretty rough already. But yeah, Lucius, what are you doing?
Well, if that spider's looking rough, I'm gonna go ahead and roll the flaming sphere into it again with my bonus. Okay,
Cool.
so
What kind of save? Dex?
I think it's Dex.
Okay. That is a 6.
That would be a big fat no.
Okay, so you just hear this like it screeches and like shrivels up as the ball of fire just like incinerates it.
All right. Was that what 5 foot of movement?
Yeah.
All right. So, 10, and then I'm gonna. Could I? I couldn't get it without. Like, I couldn't put it here and have it closer to the spider without somebody else taking damage, right?
No, because the ceilings here aren't really that tall. Like you're, okay. The ceilings probably aren't more than like 7 to 9 feet tall.
All right, no worries. I'll just swirl it around in the hole and burn any webbing I see.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then that'll probably end up being it.
All right. So yeah, I mean you've burnt up like the vast majority of the webbing in here. So like even if somebody kind of like fell in the hole or whatever, they wouldn't get like hung up in it.
Yeah.
So that works.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
And then once that's done, I'm just gonna snuff the flaming sphere out.
Got it. All right. So then Artis is actually going to get to use his dagger. And he gets 3 of them. So, hey, guess what? Dagger. Dagger. And he does need the 3rd one. So, a dagger. Okay, this time he hits 2 out of the 3 times. And first one, he just, like, jams it into the side of the spider. And it, like, recoils, pulls it out, swings again. This one gets, like, batted away. But then he comes back in for a 3rd strike and just, like, plants it right in the spider, like, one of the spider's eyes. And, yeah, it just shrivels and dies. So then, all that's left is the one by Thorv. Azaka, still outside. Dragonbait. See if he can do something now that this thing is in range. Takes his big ass fucking sword, 2 hands, swings it, carves into the spider. It's not quite dead though, so he's gonna do it again. Oh, and he misses!
Wow.
Alright, Thorv, maybe you can get the last hit on this thing. $12. That just misses.
Great.
Okay. It's one of those days, huh? Alright. I assume Thorv doesn't have anything else he wants to do.
No.
Okay. Gromod?
I don't think I've got line of sight on it to shoot it, do I?
Probably not, but you could squeeze past Artis along the ledge to probably get there.
Okay.
You could go like diagonal to it, basically.
Alright. I'm gonna move my hunter's mark on it and try and stab like around the corner with the Ickle one.
Yeah. There you go! Nat 20. So as Dragonbait and Thorv are just like swinging at the thing, and it's like it's a ninja spider, right? It's like batting the weapons away, and you just hear this like as this little Icklewa pokes around the corner and finishes the thing off. So that's that for this encounter. Get out of here, combat music. Okay. So, looking around the chamber, you confirm that there aren't any more spiders about. And in fact, hold on, did this die too? I have a bunch of dead windows because of the Roll20 crash, that's fine. Just reopen this real quick. Alright. So, you look around this little chamber, and you don't see much other than a few errant strands of spiderweb, some burnt up spiders, or otherwise deltless spiders, and big hole. A quick peek around kind of confirms what I imagine Taylor might have been thinking, which is that this just kind of loops around. And so then you do see an opening over here in the northwestern part of the cave that seems to lead to something else. So, what is plan?
How deep is the pit?
It's about 10 feet.
I'll send Stratos across the gap and scout out.
Okay. So, yeah, you bring out your little flying snake and it just hovers over. Not a whole lot to see over on the other side, although there is a little chamber, probably like 10 by 15 feet. And while the chamber itself is pretty nondescript, a quick peek around reveals that there is basically like a chimney kind of situation leading up to presumably the next level of the spire.
Is there like a little ladder or something inside?
So a quick look at it kind of reveals that there are a number of handholds, but it gets kind of tricky, like, twisted in places. And so you would have to put at least a bit of effort into getting up there. Like it certainly doesn't seem impossible or really even that hard. It's just, a confined space that you do have to put some effort into getting through.
Gotcha. I will relay the information that there is a way up to the next level. We just need to get over there. Actually, Sireni, can't you make like a ice path or something?
I don't think I have enough water for that.
We have the jug. We could use the jug.
Who is the jug? Isn't that like only 10 gallons?
Yeah, but if we were just making like a bridge across, we don't have to fill the hole.
Yeah, but if it's an ice bridge, it needs to not break.
Oh yeah.
Somebody want to just lower me in and
Like, do you not understand how much Thor weighs? Like, if you take 10,
I'm not that fat.
Throw Thor under the bus.
like if you took, like a gallon milk and laid 10 of those in a line, that's what we would need. Would that cross this pit?
Use magic.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it would get iffy.
Yeah.
But, let's see. I mean, like, realistically, I think most of you, at least, could pretty much just jump across this. Like, it's not that far, and jumping rules in D&D are actually pretty crazy. So, I mean, put it this way. I don't think we need to put a ton of effort into how you deal with a 10-foot deep hole. So, I mean, I would say realistically, you guys we can kind of hand wave that. People get boosts from one another or whatever needs to happen.
I definitely want to run and jump.
I'll slide down and then climb up the other side.
Okay. Yeah, and this is a part where I feel like a lot of DMs would probably make you, actually do checks and stuff, but like these rules don't really have stakes, so the things you want to do, they happen. All right. So, one by one, you make it across, and you get to this little chamber with the chimney up in the ceiling, and yeah, it seems to go up quite a ways. I mean, really, Lucius could have sent Stratos up far enough to tell it's probably... I mean, it's easily over 50 feet. Maybe not quite 100, but it goes up quite a bit. So, anyone who would like to make their way up can go ahead and give me an athletics check. Unless there's something you guys wanted to do to alter the situation a little bit. Okay. Thorv takes the lead, heads up. Gromod tries to follow. Ah, there you go. Finds that second little push, gets up there. Lucius just barely makes it up. Okay. All right, so maybe by slimmer margins than I initially expected, but you guys are getting up there. I suppose we should see about Fib. Oh boy. Okay. Here's a weird one. Somebody go ahead and roll a D9 for me. Okay. So Fib climbs about halfway up this tunnel before losing her grip and falling back down. You hear several like thumps on the way back, and she is going to take. Oh God. So Fib slips, and you just hear thump, 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 and those of you that are still down here just see her come crashing down out of this chimney and land on the ground unconscious. And yes, I did make you determine how high up she was.
Oh man.
So really, Laura, if you're it's all Nico's fault, I guess is what I'm saying. So
I'm already up there, aren't I?
you are.
Oh, is there anyone down there able to carry her up?
Let's see. Azaka might be able to. Artist might be able to. Dragonbait might be able to. Yeah, there's some strong NPCs down here. So let's see. Who seems best suited to this sort of thing? I guess we'll go. Azaka. So Azaka's gonna head over, pick up Fib, and she is going to try and climb up this chimney. Alright, so it's a struggle because she is trying to support Fib and haul herself up, but she does just barely make it up. And yeah, I mean, we'll say in the process, like, Fib probably had to make, like, a couple death saves, but I'm not going to, like, have her die just because of a failed skill check. So, yeah, Sirenny, if you want to heal her at this point, you can do that.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh my goodness, Fib.
Okay. So, yeah, you put your hands on Fib, and she just gasps back to life, or consciousness. And, yeah. She seems like she's in an even more sour mood than usual now.
Now she hates snakes and chimneys.
I'm just looking at Discord. The phrasing here is convenient. Oh, okay.
I didn't want to make her like think it was dead too long.
Okay. Now that we're done messing with our friend, yeah, everybody else does a climb, and just make sure nothing too crazy happens. Yeah, we're looking good. So, you all make it up to the next level, and again, it's kind of a tight squeeze, but let's see. So we hit Thorv. We'll say kind of taking the lead. And then, yeah, I'll just go in order of your rolls. Lucius. And then, I mean, Sirenny and Fib are kind of like next to one another, obviously. And then probably do something like this. Okay. So, Thorv, as you are, again, kind of the tip of the spear here, you head up, and a quick look around reveals that, let's see. Yeah, so as you reach the corner, kind of where I have your mini right now, you see over, like around here, is what looks like a torn up, almost entirely decomposed body. And it's just lying there on the cavern floor. Although you're pretty sure you can see the glimmer of something or some things shiny on it.
I'll tell this to the group. Just take
Okay.
a step forward, see if it's any clearer.
Alright. Okay, so step forward. Nothing seems to happen.
Okay. I'll take one more.
Okay, still
See if
nothing.
anybody's following me.
Okay. Looks like you have some support. Cool.
Yeah, I'm staying at a distance, but I am. I'm keeping my eye on you.
Great.
Okay.
It's
Well, I'm
very
better at a
encouraging.
distance.
I guess I'll take one more.
Okay.
Start getting around the corner.
Yeah. Nothing happens.
Okay. I'll keep going.
Alright. Yeah. You
So
continue
there's-
on.
Might be light or something lighter out there or something.
Yeah, it might be a little bit lighter on the outside because you are, you know, at least lighter than a cave that's fully enclosed. Yeah. So, anybody who wants to continue on can certainly do that. Just bear in mind that there are shinies right here.
Do I peek at them? Like, can I see if they're with any more clarity? I don't have dark vision, so
Yeah, I mean, you'd probably have to get to the point of like feeling them to see what the hell's going on. Or you could, like, I guess, pick them up and kind of hold them to the light to the south and see if you can catch a little bit more illumination from outside.
nope. I will just follow.
Okay. Lucius, Gromad.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah. Sorry.
together they proceed.
What are these things? Because I do have dark vision.
The shinies that you see on this person, there appear to be multiple objects. So you see a ring that's still somehow on the now almost all bone finger of this dead body. And clutched in the other arm, there are a pair of figurines made of a dark, kind of glossy looking stone. And these are actually representations of something that you'd recognize. They're both carved to look like the little nature spirit people, the Chewingas that you've met.
Oh, the little like Groot guys.
No. So these are, like, remember at Oralunga, the little dancing thing that like appeared on somebody's back and like planted a little gemstone in their backpack. Yeah, And the one that like bopped the snake on the head with the flower?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, those guys.
Gotcha. Okay. What's in this little cave to my left?
Make a perception check.
Alright.
Okay. So you kind of look over, and it's not immediately apparent, but then you hear like a little kind of fluttering sound, and it guides your eyes up, and you see hanging upside down, much like bats, these, again, things you're familiar with, kind of like somewhere between bats and insects, like giant mosquitoes plus bats. Just a great time all around. You see a group of sturges roosting in this little cave.
Sturges. Gotcha. I will point up ahead to Thor, and I'll message him and say, hey, this cave is full of things, and this skeleton has some, what I believe possibly to be magical items.
What, do we want to kill these things?
I'll just shrug.
Okay. I guess we can do that if somebody else wants to help.
I'll message back, don't you have some really, like, flame spell? It'd probably light up half the room.
I guess I could do that. Give it a try.
Alright.
Okay.
So I'll step back here while Thor is coming back, and I'll whisper to Groilmod, and I'll say, fight's coming, tell the others. And I'll get up here and get ready. Actually, I'm gonna squeeze past and... Oop, sorry.
Whoop. Just gonna sneak past you there.
Yep. Sorry. I was gonna...
Groilmod retreats and tells the others.
Okay. So...
I'll wait to see if anybody else is coming back.
yeah, I mean, I guess Dragonbait's gonna get in relatively close. Artist will kind of do that. Azaka's there. And Fib is back here because Fib has 8 hit points.
Alright. I'll cast Burning Hands up towards him.
Okay, so that's what, a 15-foot cone? Yeah. Alright. So, yeah, basically, you're gonna hit 5 of these things pretty much no matter how you slice it, at least. Probably more, come to think of it. Let's see if there's a... here's a 30-foot. Where's a 15? Here we go. 15-foot cone. That's not to scale. Here we go. So we'd say... still not really to scale, but it'll do. So let's check out damage on that. 12 points of damage. Okay, so like an eraser in MS Paint, you disintegrate 6 of these things.
Alright, I'm good for the day.
And the other ones like come fluttering out towards you. I guess let's roll initiative again. It's gonna be quick.
And you're gonna roll me under 10.
I mean, somehow this is all your fault.
Oh, under 5.
All right. So yeah, Groilmod, you're up and totally in a position to do stuff.
I pat Fib on the back and say, "You're gonna be okay," and that's my turn.
Okay. So then the Sturges come fluttering out toward Thorv. 2 of them can get in range. And they almost have to roll nat 20s to hit him, but we're going to see how this goes. That's a 15.
No.
Okay. Ooh, a 22.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. So the first one just like bounces right off your armor. It's not even an issue. But the second Sturge, while you're kind of batting the first one away, comes up and finds like that spot between, like along your neck, kind of between your head and your armor on your torso, and it like jams its little proboscis into your neck, and you take 7 points of piercing damage, and you feel the thing begin to like suck your blood. It's like attached to you now.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it for the Sturges. Then it's Fib's turn, and Fib can't really do shit from here. Artis can't really do shit from here. Dragonbait. I guess Dragonbait can try and like swing around the corner, probably like disadvantage or something. But so he has a sword and kind of like one hand reaching around the corner. Say with disadvantage. With disadvantage, that's a 22 to hit, and so he just fucking vaporizes this one, which is not the one that was attached to you, unfortunately, but still progress. Yeah, you know what? Now that there's an empty space, Dragonbait's going in. Gonna swing on, we'll say the one that is attached to Thorv right now. That most definitely hits. And that one is also dead. One remaining. Thorv, it's your turn.
I'll step up and take a swing at it.
Okay. Yeah, 15 hits no problem, and these Sturges are dead.
Do you
Cool.
know where my initiative thing went? Because it's gone. Maybe I'll just recircle 20.
Wait, what was your question?
My initiative thing?
Oh, like your tracker?
Yeah.
Well, if it disappeared, there is a button to click for it on that toolbar on the left.
I refreshed it and found it.
Oh, okay. That works too. But yeah, so Sturges are dead. There's still a body with shinies on it.
So yeah, I'm gonna check
I'll go
those
look at the
shinies.
shinies.
Okay, so...
I'll help looking at the shinies.
Gotcha. So, all told, there is 15 gold, a gold and carnelian ring that, because you're an adventurer and you just know this kind of shit, is probably worth about 60 gold. And 2 onyx figurines representing Chwingas, each of which you would estimate, assuming they're mundane, to be worth about 50 gold.
Lucius spent enough time in that one temple getting things appraised that he just knows things now.
Yeah, I can tell you the rough estimate, but the only thing is, I can only tell you the estimate in incense. That is my neutral.
If only there was a conversion factor. Oh, wait.
But yeah, so those are things that, if you so choose, you could take with you.
I'm gonna have Stratos knock the things out of the arms, just in case there's a curse or some bullshit. Like, I'll let
Here,
Stratos
curse my
first.
snake.
Well,
Okay. So yeah, you send Stratos over. He kind of like looks at you like, really? Just kind of lands on the corpse and just like bonks the things out of its grasp with its head. Just,
okay. I mean, if nothing
Okay.
happens, I'll go pick him up.
yeah, nothing happens.
All right. Same thing with the ring. While I'm over there, I'll grab the ring.
Okay.
It doesn't look to be magical, right?
You could make an Arcana check to look for basic signs of that sort of thing.
Yeah, let's do that.
I mean, quick look in the dark. You don't really see any signs of it being magical.
Okay. Good enough. I'll mess with these later.
Okay.
You took the gold too?
No, you can. I left the gold. I'm just taking the.
I'll
items.
scoop up the gold then.
Cool. All right. So, heading out, you see a kind of dead-end ladder hanging down. You can see it's broken off probably 15 feet down or so, and it's just kind of blowing in the wind. At which point you kind of notice, like, you're high enough now that you can sense a little bit of kind of lean with the wind. This tower isn't entirely still. And so you can feel the sway and just see the trees below kind of almost like they're moving, but you know, it's just this tower kind of teetering in what's actually a surprisingly harsh wind blowing up here. So there is a ledge that leads around the corner. It's I don't know, maybe a bit risky skirting around there, but does kind of seem like the only way up.
I'm going to stand on the edge and am generally ready to cast Gust of Wind in case I need to blow people back onto the ledge.
Okay. Cool. So, yeah, go ahead and situate yourself as you will, as you're kind of getting ready to help all your friends.
Oh, which way? I will stand.
Okay. Make a dex save.
Oh no! Oh no!
All right.
Use it
So
on
as, huh?
Use it on myself.
Yeah. So as Cyrene, I would imagine outlines this plan. Like, okay, I will. I'll stand on the edge, and if anybody starts to fall, I'll save him with a gust of wind. Cyrene goes over there. The wind picks up, and she loses her balance and begins to fall off the edge. Cyrene, what do you do? There you go. Okay. So it blasts from you. So I guess you're just going to like propel it. You're going to blast it out so that it kind of blows you back?
Yeah.
Sure. Sure. Why not?
Physics. It works.
Yeah. Sure. Cool. So you do that, and there's just the wind going forces you back. You kind of like right yourself. Azaka kind of looks at you wide-eyed like, fuck, that was close.
I'm just, while I have this, because it's up to a minute, I'm just gonna save myself. Because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go off the ledge if I don't use this.
Okay, so you're just gonna start making your way around then?
Yeah, and then just hold on to the ladder on the other side. So and then see if I can save. I don't know if I can really save other people, but I can try from that position.
Yeah, okay. Cool. So yeah, that's fine. You're basically able to just press yourself up against the stone. So that's one person who's made it around at the expense of a level 2 spell, but hey, you know, you do what you got to do.
But I didn't fall and die.
Exactly.
I'll get out my rope and stuff and start hammering myself into the wall and as I go around.
Okay, nice. So go ahead and make a dex save at advantage. Oh boy. Okay. So yeah, Thorv, you do things the responsible way, and you You hammer the pythons into the side of the rock, secure yourself with a rope, and you begin the slow transition from the mouth of this cave around the corner and to the ladder on the west side of the spire. And the wind picks up, and again, you, much like Siridi, begin to kind of stumble back away from the wall. And you grab at your rope, and you feel it go taut for just a second before one of the pythons pulls out. And then you feel that sensation in the pit of your stomach when you are just beginning to fall.
I'll cast Thorn Whip at the ladder that's dangling there.
Okay. Alright. So, yeah, you fall off the edge, and you're beginning to plummet down to the jungle below, but you cast Thorn Whip, grab it like Indiana Jones style, and yeah, you're now dangling like... Let's see, the reach on that is 30 feet, so you are dangling 45 feet below what is like the level of this ledge. But you are dangling and not falling.
How high in the air is that?
About 115 feet.
Well, I'm gonna try and pull myself up then.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and we'll say make an athletics check. Alright, yeah, so no problem. You're able to haul yourself up, you get to the ladder, things get a little easier from there. And you climb back up. Dragon bait at this point, like the entire chamber here smells like ham. He is just whatever ham means, he is that.
Anybody else want to try?
I'm actually sitting down taking a short rest. I gotta get a spell back just in case.
Gromod goes to the entrance, lays down on his belly, and starts crawling out.
Hey, there you go.
Okay.
Stratos does the same thing and follows him.
Alright, Gromod, make a dex save with advantage. Cool. So, yeah, slow but sure, you make your way around the corner. In Sireni, you see Gromod just a little bit at a time on his belly. He makes it to the ladder.
Did you bring a rope?
Gromod turns around and starts crawling back.
At this point, I will have turned Stratos around, and I'll send a rope with Stratos.
Okay. Alright. So yeah. Pretty reasonable that... Yeah, a rope would basically reach from the mouth of the cave to, like, where Gromod and Sireni are. If you have the full 50 feet.
Yeah, I grabbed Thor's rope and just sending it around the corner.
Okay.
I needed that.
Well, I mean, once you're up, I would have done that.
Artist says, yeah, a lot of good that did you.
Well, I'll try it again. Using my rope.
Okay, this time being held by your friends. Cool. Make a dex save.
Make it this time.
Yeah, like make it though. With advantage because you do have the rope.
Come on. Roll higher than...
Oh my god!
Oh no! Okay. Well.
Try throwing it up again.
Jeez, of course.
What's the fucking save? It's a 22 to hit again. Okay. Back to the drawing board.
Okay, Gromod had an idea, so Gromod's gonna actually crawl back now.
There, and I'll pull myself back up and sit there.
So I'm sitting here taking a short rest, just watch Thor kind of like take 2 steps and fall. Thor would climb himself back up, grab his rope again, take about 2 steps and fall. Thor whip and climb back up again. God. Also, you know what, Thor? Maybe you should just sit down. You're probably not wanting to climb right now.
Nope, I'm done with this for the day.
Yeah, just
Have fun.
come have a seat with me.
Yep, nap time.
So,
I am securing the rope on the other side while Gorel Mod crawls.
Okay.
Okay, so I've crawled back. I am going to ask for Thor's pythons, hammer, and then I'm going to use my rope and I'm going to attach it to the wall here, crawl back out, and attach it to the wall the other side with just a little bit of slack so that they can, right here, get behind the rope and just have it brace them against the wall so they can just sidle all the way out.
Okay.
You can have the stuff, but I am not going.
Yeah. Okay. So Azaka like walks over and kind of just looks. She doesn't even get close to the edge. She just kind of like looks out and sees the jungle down below, and you see her like. She like dry heaves a little bit. She just turns back around and just see her shake her head, and she goes and sits down next to Lucius.
and well, as soon as she does that, I look at her and say, "Wait a second, aren't cats supposed to be able to climb?"
You would think that.
Huh. Well. Yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll figure something out.
So, are we just leaving Sireni out to like hang on the ladder for an hour?
I'm actually going to do that thing I proposed.
Okay.
Yeah, I will
So I attach the
eventually
rope
go.
there, and then I'll make my dexterity save, come outside, and I'll attach the other side of the rope, like, here, near where Sireni's standing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, yeah, no problem. You get over there, and,
I attach the other end, and now there's, like, a thing that they can just stand in and be, like, attached to the wall as they go across.
Cool.
While my gust of wind is still up, now that that end of the rope is secured, I will climb the ladder.
Okay. Cool. So, let's see here.
Because it'll be expiring soon and I don't want to die.
Okay. So this is another 90-foot ladder. This one just like blowing in the wind alongside the spire. And so you're going to climb up. And you do so. It's not especially hard. The ladder holds up fine. You know, a couple steps at a time, just make your way up the ladder and find yourself at the mouth of another cavern, kind of carved out from the inside of this spire. Or at least you're kind of like looking over the edge of it. You can see and even smell now as you get closer, there is smoke coming out of the mouth of the cave.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sneak there for a little bit. I'll bet, just right in there, protected.
Okay, so like in the cavern?
Just within the mouth of it, so I don't like fly out by the wind. Like,
Okay.
I think I can do that right at the top of the ladder.
Of
it.
Reasonably close. Yeah, like so you need to be away from the edge. So
Like there.
probably like Yeah, probably like one square in because you're still like on a diagonal from the edge.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Just-
you see
There-
smoke pouring out, and you actually hear from inside like a few kind of quiet chattering sounds, like the occasional.
Yeah, I will stay at the edge of the ladder and try and get Groyomod's attention and try to, I don't know, pass that along that there are probably bird creatures in this cave.
So I look up and I see Sirenny flapping her arms like wings and pointing at the cave.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I just kind of like nod back as like emphatically as I can that she can actually notice.
Okay.
Yeah, good. The good old 90-foot nod.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
classic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, if you are in fact getting into the mouth of the cave, go ahead and give me a stealth check, since you are aware of these things and you don't want to be detected. Okay.
Hey, that's not below 10.
It is not below 10. It equals 10. Okay. So you pull yourself up.
Oh, wait.
Wait.
Okay, it's still 10.
Okay. So yeah, you pull yourself up and kind of tuck yourself in away from the wind as much as you can. And like in the process, you know, you kind of drag your feet just a little bit, maybe kick a couple pebbles or whatever, and there's like a tense moment of okay, you freeze, look around, make sure you haven't been heard. The creatures seem to be silent. Then you hear and then one of them pokes its head around the corner.
Just remember, though, this happens after my gust of wind fit is done.
Okay. So
Whoever gets up here before that happens.
yeah, okay. So this one like comes around, and I guess I'll get you in your spot. So you're there. That one peeks around and sees you, and then you just hear like shrieks of these things going off. It's like it is loud. It's stiflingly hot in here. Like the smoke is not like well ventilated, so it's difficult to even breathe between the heat and the smoke itself. And now one of these things is bearing down on you. So we're gonna roll some more initiative because that's what we do this episode.
No one else gets up. Oh, look, it's under 10 again. No
Yeah,
one
it
else
is.
gets up here. Or tries even.
Well, we'll get there. We're getting there now. So, what does Groylmod do other than give the 90-foot nod?
Well, I wait. I would wait for a few seconds to see if anyone's using my brilliant aid to get over to the ladder. And do I hear the screeches of the Terraphone?
Yeah, I would say you do.
Okay, when I hear the screeches, I start climbing the ladder.
Okay, cool. So that being the case, so like thinking about this, gust of wind lasts for up to a minute. So like realistically, probably about what has happened is what has happened. Because like somebody tried to climb twice, and then there was that device that was strung together. So yeah, I mean it's probably about where we are. Okay. On the bright side, you kind of accidentally have them bottlenecked. So I guess we will add Groylmod to the initiative. First and foremost. Okay. And then I'll say he would have gotten a start before this whole thing went down. So since you're using a ladder, I'd say Grelmod, you're probably like 30 feet from the top of the ladder.
Okay.
So we'll put you there. And so this one that has spotted Cyrene like squeezes in here and is going to try and make an attack, actually several attacks against you at disadvantage because it is squeezing.
Should you just add everyone to initiative, so in case they're like climbing and stuff?
I'm okay with that. Okay. But like 90 feet and inside a cave is a little iffy. Does anybody? Well, we will cross that bridge, I suppose. I don't think it affects anything just yet. So, Terrafolk that saw you squeezes in, tries to bite you first. Disadvantage. That's a 17 to hit.
No.
Okay. And then it is going to try and claw you twice. First one is a 10 to hit.
No.
Second one is a 7 to hit. So it's just like squeezing through, trying to get at you, but it can't quite get through and make contact. So then you hear more squawking from inside, but nothing else really comes of it at this point. So, next up then, Gromod.
Okay, so I'm 30 feet down,
Mhm.
and climbing costs double movement. So I will use my movement and my action to get up, and then I will put Hunter's Mark on this guy I can see.
Got it. Lucius, you are resting.
Yep.
Cool. Zaka is trying not to puke. Artis. Let's see. I'm looking for a perceptive person who's capable of doing a thing. Not really. Okay, Cyrene, what are you doing?
Okay, I am going to cast a spell.
Mm-hmm. Shatter. Okay.
Oh, that's
Point.
a bad roll, but I'm going to cast it. Watch my.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't need to be on. It just needs to be within range, not where I can see it.
Yeah. So like you know that there's a space there. So yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's like it came from there. I know it's there.
Yeah. Cool. So there is a deafening like bang that just happens. Like a cannon just got shot off in this tiny little chamber. And yeah, you see like dirt and well not dirt, like stone, gravel debris just get flung out of this kind of artificial or well, natural, I guess, doorway. And yeah, you hear like pained shrieking as all of these things take a good bit of damage.
I just pissed them off.
Yep, and well, yeah, we'll deal with the repercussions. Okay, so anything else?
No.
Cool. Thorv, you just kind of hanging out?
No, hearing all this noise, I guess I'll try it one more time.
Yeah, you did hear effectively a gunshot now, so.
Okay.
Hey. All right. So Thorv, we'll say he makes his way all the way around to the ladder, but that is like his turn.
Okay, and I'll hang very tightly onto that ladder.
Okay, cool. Oh gosh, Fib. Well, okay, so yeah, I don't know that going out is really the right move for Fib right now.
He's gonna probably rest with Lucius to see if she can use her hit dice.
That'd probably be ideal. Dragonbait though. See him immediately upon hearing that big bang. Let's make sure we get Thorv over there. Dragonbait's gonna head over, and he's gonna try and get around as well. Just barely, even with the advantage he got. Okay. So yeah, he eases his way around the corner. Then it is the Terrafolk's turn once again. So this one in front of you is looking like on death's door. Like you fucked this thing up. And it is, I mean, it doesn't have much choice. I think it's just gonna keep biting and clawing at you. That's a 6.
Nope.
That's a 9. And that's a 5.
Royalmod is up there watching me just like single-handedly destroy these things and evade them like nothing else. Slowly just becoming more scared about my awesome power as my hair whips around my face.
Alright, Shaggy. Okay, so let's see. So, another one like squeezes behind the one that you're fighting and actually gets into a relatively open space. And this could go really badly, but we'll see what happens.
How badly injured is this one?
It's also looking really fucked up. So this one is going to try and time his shots and throw a couple of javelins through this tight little hallway around his friend at you. We'll see how that goes.
Isn't he in melee? Does
He's
he have
not. He's
disadvantage?
not in melee with you.
Oh.
I'm talking about this one.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So, okay. Javelin. First one, 19.
Meets.
Okay. So that's going to hit you for 11 points of piercing damage. And he has one more to throw. $22 to hit.
Ouch.
Okay, so then that is going to be another 8 points of piercing damage.
That's a lot of damage.
I still have
Yeah.
over half my health left.
But that is it for the Terrafolk this round, although you do hear now a series of loud screeches and squawks from outside. So, Gromod, what do you do?
For my bonus action, I move my Hunter's Mark there,
Mm-hmm.
and then I do that, and I yell that.
Oscorp, of course. Okay. All right. So yeah, the two that are in this line just get fucking vaporized. This is messy. So there's a big dead Terrafolk there. Big dead Terrafolk there. Technically not vaporized, so there are like big bodies clogging up the hallways. Yeah, anything else from Gromod?
That should do it for Gromod.
Okay. Lucius.
I'm just, you know what? I'm sitting here talking to Azaka. You just kind of pan over, and it's so. I'm just saying. So, you don't have 9 lives then? To Azaka, and then that's my turn.
Okay. She says, might seem like I do sometimes, but can't do heights. Just can't do it. And, yeah, I mean, she is fucking terrified of up here, so I guess we're gonna go to Artis. I guess I'll move Azaka, like, there, though.
Sweet. Alright.
So, do that. See if Artis falls to his death. If he does, well, it'll get interesting.
If he does, I'm getting that fucking ring.
Okay, so... Oh, yeah, no, he makes his way around.
Okay.
And we'll say he is right back here with his buddy Dragonbait.
Cool.
Cyrene.
I guess I will move till I can see the next one.
Yeah, and for housekeeping purposes, I'm just gonna move these bodies because it's a mess.
Please. Sorry.
You-
Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to cast a cantrip.
Okay, what cantrip are you going to cast?
That whopping one.
Okay, close one or far one?
Close one.
Close one has to make a dex save. 19. Okay, so it dodges out of the way and does not get hit with that wicked 1 point of damage.
Oh,
Okay. Cool. That's it?
yeah.
Thorv.
I'll start going up the ladder.
Okay, so for simplicity's sake, we'll assume that you are hurrying. You get... Okay. Climbing is halved, so... You get basically 50 feet if you dash, so in half that's 25 feet, yeah. So you're a little under a third of the way up.
Great.
And then it's Fib's turn, and she's in a bit of a predicament, so she's gonna hang out. Dragonbait is climbing up, but he can only go as fast as Thorv goes, so he's right on Thorv's butt. Then we get to the Terrafolk. Okay, so the one that you shot the Sacred Flame at is going to probably do its best to kind of like not stand fully in the campfire in here. But it's going to chuck a couple of javelins your way. They can't miss with these javelins, man. That's a 23.
Ew.
10 points of piercing damage. And yeah, the other one can't really get a line on you from where it is, so it's gonna like try and yeah, it's not really a good way to do that. We'll say it's like squeezing, trying to like, you know, again, clumsily claw at you from where it is, but disadvantage all around. So bite misses. Claw misses. Second claw also misses. All right. So those of you who are on the ladder, you see a group of flying silhouettes above, kind of blocking out some of the stars and the light from the beacon at the top of the tower. And they begin to dive down toward you all. So they're not upon you yet, but they probably will be next turn. Groyamod.
Can I sneak past Sirene? Like, get behind her?
Yeah, you could do that. You might provoke an opportunity attack.
And that's just fine.
I mean, yeah, with disadvantage, probably worth the risk. So let's see. Why is this? Oh, no, it's because I'm hitting the wrong button. That would make sense. Ooh, okay. With disadvantage, it's a 16.
That will hit.
All right, so then it snaps at you, and you take 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay. So then I am going to put my hunter's mark on this one
Mm-hmm.
and shoot at it with my bow.
Mm-hmm. 15 will hit. And yeah, you shoot it, and it just drops dead on the spot. Again, it's kind of like partially clogging up the little doorway to this chamber with the campfire in it.
All right, that will be my turn.
Okay. Lucius just hanging out.
He pans back to me, and it's so. How exactly did you lose your mask to these creatures?
She says, they hunt in numbers, and, well, I couldn't gather all of my things up and keep myself safe. And so they got away with the one thing I wasn't able to secure in time. Artist continues climbing up behind Dragonbait and Thorf. Sirene.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
And
Anything
I
else?
will hold strong.
Okay. Thorv, you continue climbing, I assume.
Well, seeing as I can't go back down.
You are committed. Okay. So you are now 50 feet up the ladder. Fib is also just kind of hanging tight back in the lower chamber. Dragonbait follows Thorv. Alright, so there's the one Terrafolk left in this little campfire chamber. So that one is going to grab the the javelins from its fallen friend and just chuck those out the door too. So let's see if they can in fact miss. Yeah, that's only a 13. And then that's a 19.
The 19 hits.
Okay. Well, you were back to where you were before Cure Wounds. So it hits you, and this thing is just like squawking and screeching, and like you can see it kind of like looking kind of around the corner, like where you came from, as I was trying to say something to somebody out there. And at around that point, those of you on the ladder, Thorv being at the forefront, get dive bombed by this other group of Terrafolk that are coming in from the top level. So, got let's see. Yeah, this one takes the lead. And let's see. So it comes in screeching and tries to bite you. That is a 14 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. Then it... Ooh, that's a crit. Okay. So you take 11 points of slashing damage. And because it used its terror dive against you, you are frightened of this thing until your next turn. Till the end of your next turn, I should say.
Okay.
Which means you can't willingly go towards it, which is kind of a problem when you're on a ladder going up.
Well, did it fly down below me then?
No, it like dive bombed you and is currently in the process of clawing at you.
Okay.
And it gets one more attack, but I think that's gonna miss because it's only a 13.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then another one and dive bombs Thorv. And that's a 19 to hit with the bite.
Nope.
Okay. Claw attack 8.
Nope.
And 13. Okay. So those two are on you, and then those of you who are inside fighting the one in the little campfire room, you see one of these things land and begin like squeezing its way through the tunnel. And I'll say it gets here, but it would have had to dash to do so. So it's just kind of hemming you in at this point. Another one lands. And there are a couple others that are still just kind of like flying off the edge of the tower, waiting for an opportunity to strike something. Yeah. Grelmod.
So Gromad will move.
Sorry, cut. Oh, you're. Okay,
Yeah, I'm
so
gonna move my hunter's mark over onto this one.
got it.
I try to hit with my Ikawa, and apparently that's not allowed.
No. All right, so yeah, this, and you notice as this one is like squeezing through the tunnel towards you guys, it seems a little more sturdy than the ones that you were fighting. Maybe a little less wrinkled, a little less aged.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, you were just fighting the old guys. So, Lucius.
About this time, I kind of realized, hey, I can possibly do something. So I'm gonna get up, and I'm gonna go. Whoops. God damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm gonna release Stratos, and I'm gonna send him around, like up and around the corner to see what's going on.
Okay.
So, I believe Stratos has a decent fly distance. I don't know what that is. I don't think I have.
Let's take a look. Flying snake. 60-foot fly distance.
Cool. As I say, I wanted to say it was 60, but I wasn't sure. So yeah, I'll send him around the corner. And seeing what I see, would I be able to get Stratos close enough to touch one?
Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, they're too far up, unfortunately.
How far away are they from that 60?
Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Probably, yeah, you're probably still like 40 feet out of your range.
Okay. So I guess I'll dash and fly the additional to get in range.
Okay. Gotcha. So yeah, Stratos just like hurtles toward the closest one that's like still pecking and clawing at Thorv on the ladder.
Yeah, I want to
Okay.
try to stay out of sight, but I want to get close.
Okay. Gotcha. And I assume that's it.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Okay. Azaka gets up and she like tries to follow you, and you just, as you're doing that, and like, so you're looking through Stratos the whole time then?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going into like literally dogfight mode.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. So yeah, Azaka is behind you. Artis is kind of stuck. So yeah, he can't really. Well, hold on. Let's see. I guess we can look at spells, huh? Oh. Okay. So yeah, Artis holds out his hand, being the bottom third of the totem pole that's now trying to climb up the side of Firefinger. And Thor, if you just feel this like blast of cold energy as a cone of cold erupts from Artis's hand, pointed toward the Terrafolk that are trying to mess you up right now. So let's see. Okay, so they need to make a save. They both fail. And so woo. Okay. So yeah, Thorv, the two that are on you get caught in this blast of cold air. And you watch as their wings freeze solid, as do pretty much the entirety of their bodies, and they just begin to fall straight down toward the forest floor.
Take that, you stupid things.
And that being the case, you're no longer scared of the it's dead, so you can keep climbing on your turn.
Well, that's good.
Cyrene.
Well, since I'm tanking, I'm just gonna heal wound. Cure wound dummy.
Okay. All right. So that is your turn?
Yep.
Okay. I think I know what Thorf wants to do.
Yep, I'll continue climbing.
Okay. You're 75 feet up. Next
Sure.
turn, you will be able to get up and probably attack.
Yeah, not sure where we're
Um,
going with that giant thing up there, but we'll figure that out.
Yeah, you know. Okay. Fib's hanging out. Dragonbait is going to follow Thorv. Now it's the Terrafolk. Alright. So the older one in the campfire room is just gonna like grab a mostly intact log from the fire and chuck it at Cyrene.
I feel like as an improvised weapon, that's not gonna hit.
I mean, probably not. So, yeah, I mean, that's a... Yeah, no, it's a 14 to hit. But then the one that is clawing its way towards you through the tunnel is going to try and bite you. Miss. Claw, 19 to hit.
Hits.
6 points of slashing damage.
I attack back.
Do the thing. Oh.
That's
Okay.
terrible. It makes a saving throw.
What kind of save?
Dex.
Dex.
DC or
That's a 7.
then it takes 3.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, it slashes you, and you like just like a step up from a static shock, just getting.
Was that 6 damage? It did, or 7?
It did 6.
Okie dokie.
All right, and so then let's see. So there's 2 that were still just kind of like hovering, and I guess those are going to now dive down and try and attack Thorv. They're not far enough away to use the dive bomb thing though, so they're just gonna like come down, and they can't scare you, but they can still attack you. So first one, bite, that's a 7 to hit, no way. Claw, 6 to hit, no way. Claw, 18 to hit, still no way, right?
Yep.
Okay, so then the next one, claw, or bite, I mean, 8 to hit, no. Claw, oh, there's a crit. Take
Okay.
10 points of slashing damage. And a 20 to hit?
No, I'm gonna use shield.
Okay. So yeah, the 2 just get blasted away, and they like fall frozen to the forest floor, and then like just as you're starting to climb up and celebrate a little bit, 2 more just, but for the most part they're not really able to do much to you, so that's good. Yeah. That's kind of it. Gromod.
Okay. Gromod's going to try that whole thing again, but he's also going to put Slayer's Prey on that one he's trying to attack.
Okay. Ooh.
Heck yes. So I'm also going to use Fury of the Small and deal an extra 4 damage.
Yeah. Okay. So 3 plus 2 plus 3 is okay. So, and what was your Fury of the Small damage?
It's 4 damage.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, this one, it's not looking great. Like, certainly a hardier creature than the older ones that you were fighting, but it's looking pretty beat up. That's it?
That is it.
Lucius.
Alright, so essentially, what, Azaka would see is Lucius literally just sits down right where he is, and like, with his knees kind of up to towards his chest, and almost like in a fighter position, and Lucius is getting ready, and I'm sending Stratos as far as I can to the ones that are now assailing the guys.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully my 60 feet will get me there.
Yeah, definitely. Like, you were pretty much there last dash.
Alright, well, I am going to go to the one that is harrying our buddy, what's his name? Thorv.
Thorv.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I am going to shocking grasp it through
Ooh.
Stratos.
Okay, well, 22 is definitely going to hit. And it needs to make... well, wait.
It just hits.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah,
can't take
okay.
reactions until the start of its next turn.
Uh-huh.
So I just saved him from being able to get reacted on if he just wants to climb.
Yep. At least from the one. There are 2 attacking him.
Yeah, so...
Cool.
And then Stratos is actually going to use the rest of his movement, and I believe... shit. I think it was a flying snake, or it might have been the hummingbird. One of them has the ability to just duck out of combat without taking any attack of opportunity, too.
That seems like a hummingbird thing, but let me double check.
Okay.
Nope, flyby doesn't provoke opportunity attacks, so yeah, you're good.
So he is going to get the fuck out of there.
Cool.
And just go hide kind of like down by Artist.
Got it.
So.
Cool. Zaka is not going past Lucius. Artist, then. Let's see. Yeah, so he's going to point up again. He's going to try and use Cone of Cold. Let's see here. Okay. They make their saves this time, both of them. So, let's see. Might they survive this? Ooh, shitty roll. Yeah, they're gonna survive. Okay. So both of the Terrafolk do still take some damage, but neither of them goes down. And then it is Cyrene's turn.
I am going to throw a sacred flame at this old guy and try and finish.
Okay. DC 14. That is a 17. He's a spry old man.
Okay.
It's those hot feet.
That's it.
All right, Thorv.
I guess I'll keep climbing.
Okay, so you do provoke one opportunity attack. And it's gonna try and...
Yeah, I guess I hope. So I'm still good with the shield, so...
yeah, okay. So... Yeah, no, that's gonna miss. That's a 12. So, yeah, you climb up, and as you're about to, like, pull yourself up, you practically run into the back end of one of these Terrafolk that's, like, kind of pushing another one through the tunnel toward, presumably, where Cyrene is.
Okay, I guess I'll stay right there at the bottom of the top of the ladder. So
Okay.
there's really nowhere to go.
Yep. Cool. Fib's hanging out. Dragonbait is hanging out. He can actually go up and attack one of the Terrafolk, though. So I think he's going to do that. Swing his Avenger one-handed and try and kill one of these things. 17 to hit. So he hits, but it's not enough to kill it. And then he continues up after Thorv. Okay. So then... the one that's like right in front of Thorv, kind of in his way, getting up, turns, sees Thorv there, just goes, "Rawr!" And he's gonna try and pick Thorv up. So basically a grapple. So I need Thorv to make either an athletics or acrobatics check. Okay, so ties go to the defender, which is good because
Well, that's
this thing
good.
also rolled 12. So yeah, it tries to pick you up and it can't.
I don't
But now
want
it's
to
just-
that that ladder. I don't want to let go.
Yep. All right. So that one is just kind of wrestling with Thorv, trying to get him off the ladder, but hasn't gotten a good hold on him. The one in the tunnel with Cyrene and Gromod. Well, this one is going to keep doing what it's been doing. Squeezing through and attacking Cyrene. Bite attack is 19 to hit. 8 points of piercing damage. Then a claw attack is a 12. Nope. And then a 9. So no. Okay. Improvised weapon attack from the old one. Throws another log at you. Nope. Okay. So then, the other two that are kind of down by the folks on the ladder. Okay. One's going to swoop down and try and grab Artis. Not looking like that's going to happen unless Artis just totally whiffs. No, Artis fights it off. One tries to grab Dragon Bait.
Wait, how many are there? I thought there were only 2.
So there are 2 that are airborne on the people who are climbing up the ladder. There's one at the very top of the ladder.
Oh.
Then there's one in the tunnel attacking Cyrene, and like one old one that's just kind of huddled in the back throwing logs at Cyrene.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, the last one is going to try and grab Dragon Bait. Okay, so this one like swoops down and wrestles around with Dragon Bait. Dragon Bait's like punching it in the nose, and the thing actually grabs a hold of Dragon Bait and like rips him away from the ladder. And you see it beginning to turn around and get ready to just fly away from the spire. I think that's all of them this turn, though. Groyalmod, what do you do?
I'm gonna try and finish this one off.
Okay.
Woof.
Ooh, a 9 to hit is not gonna do it. Okay. Anything else?
Oh, that's it.
Alright, so yeah, you stab at it and it's like flailing and just trying to get whatever piece of Cyrene it can get. Just kind of like brushes your stab aside. Lucius.
Beeline for the one carrying Dragon Bait away.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to shock and grasp it again.
Okay. So that hits. And incidentally, this thing is not looking good. It's like it is barely able to hold itself and Dragon Bait aloft.
Ooh, okay. I think that's about all I can really do.
Okay. Azaka is hanging out. Artis. Okay.
He's gonna
So
one-handedly
Artis.
shoot his bow like a master.
Yeah, no, he sees Dragon Bait get grabbed, and I think what he does is he takes his dagger, and he's gonna chuck it at the Terrafolk. Because he doesn't want Dragon Bait going anywhere. I think a 25 to hit is gonna get it done.
That's good.
So, chucks his dagger and just like you just see it go like to the hilt into the Terrafolk's chest, and it goes limp. And so it and Dragonbait begin to fall. Let's see. I'm gonna get a save going here, I guess. So, yeah. Oh boy. So Dragonbait rolls a natural 1 on his dex save to catch himself on the ladder.
Artist can't
And-
grab him.
I'll
Or he's
allow a
making-
check.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't help out either.
So you are too far up
Oh,
because
yeah, I went
yeah.
up. They didn't.
Yep. Let's see. All comes down to Artis.
Come on, artist.
Okay, let me look at Dragonbait here. Okay, so I think it's okay. Like just barely. Like I think Artis can do nothing else this turn, but like hang on just barely to Dragonbait as they are hanging off of this ladder. But yeah, he's safe for now.
All right.
Okay. So that's it for Artis. Cyrene, what are you doing?
Same thing.
Same thing.
He's gonna fail one of these.
Is he? He is. Okay. So yeah, finally, you're able to hit the old guy with the sacred flame, and he is a dead. Cool. Anything else?
Nope.
Thorv.
Alright. Well, I'm going to use Second Wind, try and get some of my health back.
Okay.
It's better than nothing. Then I'll take a couple swings at the one up on the platform, about where I'm trying to go.
Get it. Oh
I'll
yeah,
use
20's gonna
my
hit.
Action Surge and take another swing at it.
Mm-hmm. 8 is not going to hit, but you do 8 points of damage. Okay. Cool. Cool. That's it.
That's it.
Fib's hanging out. Dragonbait is gonna try and just grab onto that ladder again. Pretty low DC to grab onto a ladder, one would think. Three's not gonna do it. So he tries to grab onto the ladder. Artist I'll say I'll have Artist make a strength or athletics check to just maintain his kind of shitty grip that he has on Dragonbait. Have athletics. Okay, he maintains. Again, Artist is not in a good place right now, but he is holding on to Dragonbait. Terrafolk. Okay, so... Alright, so the one that was attacking Artist before, to keep trying to get a hold of him. So Artis is hanging on to the ladder with one hand, Dragonbait with the other, and this Terrafolk swoops in and tries to rip him and by proxy Dragonbait off the side of the cliff. Let's see. Ooh boy, he better roll high. Let's see, he's better at Dex, so we'll go with Dex. Oh boy. Okay. So this Terrafolk swoops in, grabs Artis, and tears him free of the ladder. But here's the thing. This Terrafolk is now trying to support 2 flying entities. It starts to drop. How far? Like, it has a fly speed, so I would say it drops like 15 feet as soon as it gets a hold of Artis and Dragonbait. And yeah, so this is a fucking mess, is what this is. Oh, I didn't mean to hit next on the initiative yet, but okay. So then the one up top that is fighting with Thorv is gonna try and just gonna attack. He's gonna go with a bite, 2 claw attacks. Bite, miss. Claw, 20 to hit.
I guess I'll use my last shield.
Okay. And
oh wait,
claw...
no, I can't this turn. Never mind. Shoot.
Ooh. Okay, so then we roll damage for 1. That's 8 points of slashing damage. But then the last claw misses. So then the squeezed one snaps at Cyrenny. Bite at disadvantage. 12 to hit. Nope. Claw at disadvantage. 22 to hit. Four points of slashing damage. And another one at disadvantage is only a 6 to hit. Okay. Yeah. Becca, you there?
Sorry. So maybe. What?
You got hit for 4 points of damage.
I did? How
Yeah.
rude. I retaliate.
Okay. DC 14 dex save. That is a 6 on the dex save. So
The old people were better at hitting me.
okay. Wow, 10 points of damage. So it claws you and does 4 points. Then you zap it with your Wrath of the Storm, and that is enough to drop this thing right in the middle of the hallway.
And that's what it gets.
Okay. And I think that's it. That is it for the Terrafolk this turn. Gromod, what do you want to do?
Okay, so I know there's one more standing out there, right? Because I can hear it like attacking at something.
Yeah, and at this point, like, since the other one is collapsed, you can probably see over its body that this other Terrafolk is out here. It has its back to you right now, and it's like attacking somebody over the edge. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to move to here, and then I'm going to move my hunter's mark onto it and attack it with my bow.
Do it. Ooh. All right.
All right, 11 damage.
Okay, this one is not looking good.
And that's it for my turn.
Cool. Lucius.
So Stratos is going after the one that grabbed Artis and Dragonbait.
Okay.
So another shocking grasp, or try to.
Okay, that's still gonna hit.
All right. So and it's just gonna he's just gonna hang on.
Okay.
So
Cool. Azaka is scared shitless. Artis. So, what can Artis do with no hands free? I think is the question. Well, he might have one hand free because he's not hanging on to anything anymore. He's being hung on to. So, he doesn't have his dagger though. Thing. So I guess. Oh boy. All right. What kind of fancy shit can he pull out of this ring? This could be good. Okay. Okay, so as the Terrafolk that's hanging on to Artis and Dragonbait begins to plummet, yeah, Artis like points down, and you watch as what looks like a bowl made of ice just begins to like protrude from the side of the tower, and good news, bad news, I suppose. It breaks the ladder at that point, but there is a bowl sticking out that seems to be secure enough that all three of them are going to land in it rather than just plummeting down. Yeah, I think that's what Artis has got this turn. Sirenny.
I'm gonna start Sacred Flaming the one in the entrance.
Got it. That is a fail on the dex save.
3.
3. Okay. Not looking great, but still alive. I assume that's it. Alright, Thor, you've seen... It looks like the one you're fighting has been, like, shot up from the back now. Like, you heard an arrow sink in, and you just saw, like, a little fiery explosion behind it.
That's good news. I'll take a swing at it.
And unfortunately, that does not hit.
That's it.
Okay. So again, you just like swing at it, but it's just this back and forth between the two of you. Okay, Fib's still downstairs. Dragonbait. Dragonbait is like bottom of this trio that's sinking now. They're not gonna fall till the Terrafolk's turn. So I guess Dragonbait's gonna like, I guess he'll hold an action. So that way, you know, if they all kind of like collapse into the bowl, maybe he can get a swing on this thing. Okay. Then it is the Terrafolk's turn. Cool. So, the one looks down, sees the bowl, sees that it's sinking into it, and is going to just let Artis go. So he and Dragonbait just thump down into the bowl, and the Terrafolk is just going to start flying away. Just like, nope. So it's going to go... Let's see, what is your fly speed again? Very fast. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, it's kind of like off map, but it's like basically over here at this point.
Ooh, how far that way?
Pretty realistic to where you are on the map right now.
Okay.
But it has its back to you. It's just like flying away from Firefinger.
That is exactly how I love all my targets.
Unaware.
Yep. Unethical back shooter.
Yep. Okay, and then the one that is fighting with Thorv, I think, is also going to like just going to take off because it knows it's not going to win this fight. So it tries to take flight. Thorv, you can take an opportunity attack if you want. Ooh, you hit. And so as it's like pushing off, there's this big flap of the wings and you propel itself up, but the flap stops about halfway as you cut into it. and it just like collapses and tumbles over the edge past you and Dragonbait and Artis and down to the jungle floor below.
I want to pull myself up and get inside.
Okay. So, I mean, at this point, like, Lucius, if you want to shoot at the other one, you can do that, but it's,
Oh yeah.
you know.
You see,
Okay.
well, Azaka, if she's paying attention, would see a very mischievous grin across Lucius's face. And if I can find my fucking mouse, there it is. I'm gonna point out at that one. I'm gonna say, "Let's see how you like being chucked from a tower." And I'm gonna cast Sleep on the motherfucker.
Oh, shit. Okay. 16, huh? Let's see how many hit Ooh, he only has 15.
Oh yes!
Yes.
So I just dropped it.
That's awesome.
So,
That
yeah.
is fantastic.
So Dragonbait and Artis see it fly and then just kind of fall.
Yeah, it's just flying, like, coasting away on the wind, and then just nosedive.
Yep.
That's awesome. Okay.
And then just for flavor, Stratos flies down and just kind of lands on the edge of the bowl. Kind of looks at Artis, almost smiles if a snake could smile.
Okay. So, yeah, that's the end of combat.
You lived.
You lived. You only almost got thrown off the cliff.
We welcome Thor to our bloodbath.
Yeah,
I
so
wonder what the heck went on up there.
uh-huh. Yeah, there's
Dead?
4 old wrinkly Terrafolk corpses.
And one not wrinkly.
Yeah.
Or 2 not wrinkly?
One.
The one I got fell off.
Yeah. So, Sirenny is going to claim a short rest near the fire. Or
Okay.
Same.
put out the fire so that the smoke starts clearing out.
Okay. You hear from deeper in the cave. You just hear like, kind of faint like.
Gromod investigates.
Okay.
I
So
will
Gromod.
cautiously follow far behind Gromod.
I'll stay close behind him.
Okay. Yeah, Gromod, you find a creature, kind of humanoid, bound up and gagged to the best of one's ability to gag a beaked creature. You see a bird person, an Aarakocra, tied up here, and even though it's like kind of beat up looking, certainly looks like it's been here in captivity for several days, if not weeks. There is still a certain kind of beauty to it. You know, it's a Chilton Aarakocra, which means it has more like a parrot kind of coloration to its feathers. And yeah, just you see it there, and it notices you, and it just kind of like does its best to like nod in your direction.
When I see it, I race up to it because I recognize Aarakocra. I'm sure the goblins had some sort of dealings with them in the past, and I start cutting them free.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you cut the like nasty old ropes that are securing its like wrists and ankles, and like ungag it and stuff, I assume.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. So you do that, and it like looks at you, looks over at Thorv, and just like, thank.
I kind of like bow awkwardly.
it bows back in a way that suggests a lot more dignity than the way it is right now. And I think it looks at both of you and says, "Wind speak."
Nope.
Looks like Gromod.
Me no speak Eric Cochran.
Just kind of like looks kind of downcast and just and seems to think for a moment. And it says, let me make sure I get this place right. It doesn't say that. I say that. Okay. So it looks at Groyomod and just says, "You come, Kirsabal."
Kirsabal, got it.
Right. Looks at Thorv and gives a deep bow to him as well.
I'll bow back.
Okay. And begins to make its way toward the mouth of this cavern.
Holy shit!
So yeah, Cyrene, I don't know what your situation is, but you'd probably see the big bird man just like walking toward the mouth of the cave as well.
I say hi.
Like, kind of looks surprised at you. Feathers kind of ruffle a little bit. Says, "Water speak."
Water speak.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty solid. I just kind of like move my hand around. He did it.
Okay.
I did. See it.
Okay. So it changes languages. And do you speak Primordial?
I do.
Yeah, so you recognize that it is speaking Orin, the like wind dialect of Primordial. And yeah, I bet you didn't expect to use that one on this game.
Hey, I have it.
So yeah, in Primordial, specifically like the wind language, so it's almost like it sounds like gusts of wind, but you know, for the purposes of someone who understands, we can just say that the Birdman introduces himself and says, "Greetings, warrior. I'm Nafir of Kirsabal. Thank you, and tell your companions I said thank you for freeing me from these creatures."
I will. I'm glad we could help you.
He kind of nods and says, "You should seek out my people in Kirsabal. Ask our leader to perform the ritual of the dancing winds upon you and your group. It will aid you greatly in your travels."
Oh, well, thank you. We will try to make it there.
I will let them know of you. I hope to see you again soon.
Me too.
How loud is
Deep
he?
vow. Reasonably loud.
Like, would I be able to hear him? Because I do speak Primordial as well.
Probably not, because you're like over 100 feet away, and there's like corners and stuff. So,
Well, I am looking through Stratos' eyes still. Like I went
well,
back.
last time we checked in with Stratos, he was down at ground, or no, he was down by the bowl.
Yeah.
Eh, I mean, maybe. I would say make a perception check. We'll just use your stats.
All right.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay.
So, yeah, deep bow to Sirenny.
I do a bow back.
Okay. He nods and walks out to the mouth of the cave, and just takes flight. Like jumps off the edge and free falls for a good 10-15 feet before just opening his wings and whoosh. You see him kind of arc around the tower and fly off. Let's see. Kind of like to the southeast of where you are now. But yeah. So, what do you guys do?
I rest.
Same.
And what was that thing called? Dancing Wings?
Yeah, I think he called it the Ritual of the Dancing Wing.
Can you spell out that location name?
I can. I will put it in Roll20 chat. Kir Sabal. It's a place that's already marked on your map.
Yeah, but the map isn't up.
Well, now it is. It already seems to be on your charted course through Chilt, so that kind of works.
Yeah, that does. I'm going to, seeing that Artis and everybody are there, I'm going to message Artis, and I should be able to, because it's 120 feet, and I know they're there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to say, do you guys have any rope?
That's a good question. Yeah, Artis has a length of rope on him.
Alright, so, message again and I'll say, well, you guys should climb up, but tie a rope at the bottom of the ladder where, or, well, was it a solid ladder or was it like a rope ladder hanging?
It was a rope ladder that was hanging.
So I'll say tie a rope at the bottom of the ladder, what's left of the ladder,
Mm-hmm.
and just let it hang so that we can still have something to climb up on. Or you guys can get down.
Yeah, all right, and that's easy enough. So he secures a rope to what's left of the ladder, as part of it was just ripped off as he formed the ice bowl. And yeah, so he
wasn't too far up, was it?
It's not like too far for a length of rope to not be able to reach, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
what I
no.
was asking.
Yeah, so, okay. So we've got that. Azaka is still just fucking petrified of heights, so she's gonna just hang out for a bit. But as far as everyone else, I would say that between all your safety measures and stuff, and now that you don't have to be like stealthy and all that stuff on top of everything, you guys are able to kind of get to wherever you want to take your rest. No more checks to see if you survive getting around the ledge or anything like that. And So what's the plan here? Short rest?
Yes.
I would like, since everything's open, I would like to explore first.
Okay.
I will let him explore while I rest.
That's fine.
Yep.
I'm just letting I will let the people resting know that I'm going to go check out the lighthouse and check out a few things.
Cool.
I'll go with him.
All right.
Was that
So-
Grandma mod?
Yeah.
It was.
Bring back anything interesting you find.
You know what? Who has the jug right now?
Good question.
I don't.
I thought Sirenny did because I gave it to you so you could have it for water if you need.
I do have it.
There you
I
go.
will- Can I borrow that?
Absolutely.
Awesome. So I will go up top with Groyalmod, and the first thing I do when we get up there, pull it out, and I'll say, "Don't tell anybody down there," and I'll say beer, and I will pour him and I a beer, and of course I am going to make it flavorful for him.
Groyamod basically is just vibrating with excitement.
So, I'll say we'll have more after we're done exploring. But
Nice.
I want to enjoy because I imagine we're on the top, right?
Yeah, yeah. If there was snow, it'd be a Coors Light commercial.
Yep. Okay, so we're enjoying the view.
Okay. And yeah, so this is like it's kind of grassy and shrubby up top. It's like a 40-foot square with about a quarter of that kind of taken up by this lighthouse that goes up another like 30 or so feet. The lighthouse like tower itself is showing some pretty visible signs of wear and tear, like a lot of the edges kind of weathered and disintegrated in places. But you can actually see that above the stone structure, there is a massive flame that just hovers there. This flame probably being like 20 or so feet across in and of itself.
And it's just hovering in midair.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so looking around, you find lots of bones, lots of terrafolk leavings, and once you get around to peeking inside the base of the lighthouse, you see some nests and a collection of 4 moldy wooden chests.
You said we see nests. Are there any eggs or anything in the nest?
There are some eggs, yeah.
Are they big eggs? Like terrorfolk-sized eggs?
Yeah.
I'll look to Grandma and I'll say, "You know how to cook these? We can make some mean omelets."
Cook them and ruin all this great flavor?
You know what? I'll leave those to you then.
What is he doing? He ruins it!
I'll leave them to him then. I will check out.
Omelet, crack it, boil it in a pan, cook it in a pan, eat it with some cheese.
Okay. So, yeah, you got some eggs there. What else do you want to do?
You said there were chests.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll kick the first one open, Zelda style.
Okay. So because there's not anything like super crazy about the chests or whatever, we can kind of total some of this up.
Okay.
Altogether, the chests contain 2,000 copper,
Okay.
730 silver,
Mm-hmm.
4 gemstones, each worth 50 gold,
Mm-hmm.
a spell scroll,
Okay.
and last but not least, wrapped up in a tattered piece of cloth, you find a wooden mask that resembles a stylized tiger's face.
All right. And since we found it first, I'm not gonna say anything to Izaki yet. I'm gonna inspect this mask. Do I see if it's like arcane at all?
Make an Arcana check.
All right. Ooh. Got some dirt in my eye.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really see anything magical about it.
Does it have a strap to the back of it, or is it just something you place kind of on?
Yeah. So it anchors by like 3 points, like one on either side of the tiger's jaw, and then one kind of just above the forehead.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll say, well, this has got to be something. This has got to be Izaka's. So I guess I will kind of try to consolidate everything and throw it all into one chest and drag it into where everybody is.
Okay.
And I'll say, so this is what we have. I'll hand the mask to Izaka.
All right. She like very eagerly grabs it from you, like, looks it over, make sure it's not scuffed up or broken or anything, and
I'll
she
hand her a rag too that it was wrapped.
yeah, she like folds the cloth over it and just kind of like tucks it close to her body for a bit. Says, "Thank you.
I'll see.
I'm sorry I couldn't have been more help."
Is that magical by any chance?
Jesus, what's going on outside? There's either a war going on or people are just shooting off fireworks for no reason.
I'm gonna go with fireworks.
Well, yeah. Hopefully we don't die. Anyway, she says there is a magical element to it, yes. It allows me to foster a better relationship with animals I meet out in the jungles.
Ah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. She kind of like tucks it into her bag and has a seat by the fire.
So I'm gonna just basically leave everything minus. I'm gonna take. Well, what is the spell scroll? I guess I'll take a look at that.
Okay. Yeah, make an Arcana check. Not super high DC.
Well,
Okay, well, even if it was, you got it. So this is a spell of Commune with Nature.
commune with. Okay, is this? Is this something I can learn?
Feel like it might be a druid thing.
Druid Ranger. Alright.
Well, you do have a ranger.
That's what I'm thinking. So, I'll walk over to Groyle Mod, and I'll say, hey, check this out. And I'll open up the scroll. I'll say, you think this is something you can learn?
What was it again?
Commune with Nature.
I will see if it's in my list of things I can.
I don't know if that's how that works with rangers.
I don't know either.
If not, maybe he can work with me and teach me how to do it. Cool.
It is a ranger spell. Whether or not it's something I can learn, like a wizard can, I don't know.
Yeah. But we'll figure out the specifics of it.
Yeah, we can do housekeeping like between sessions, which, by the way, we are kind of getting toward the end because it is just after 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
That actually worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
Totally intentionally on my part.
Real quick, I do want to take a quick bit of time before our characters bed down for the night. I want to identify the 2 statues and the ring to see if any of them are magical.
Okay. None of them are magical.
Alright, cool.
I still want to keep the 2 statues.
Alright.
And I missed entirely what was contained in the treasure chests.
2,000 copper, 730 silver, 4 gemstones worth 50 gold each, and a spell scroll of Commune with Nature. And the mask.
Okay.
We gave the mask up already.
Can you give me the name of the statues again, like how to spell it?
Yeah. I will put that in Roll20. They are statues of Chwingas.
Schwinga.
How much do you think they weigh? I think
Mm.
they're absolutely adorable.
So, I mean, even if they're to scale, they're not that big. So I would say maybe like, go with like a pound each.
Sorry, we got distracted smelling the penis magazine.
Right.
Sentences never before spoken.
The penis magazine with a D&D playing nerd on it, I might add.
Well, I mean,
Stupid idea. Can I have Stratos do the touch if I were want to identify the fire? I just want to know. I'm curious as to what that is.
If he were somehow able to touch it without being incinerated, maybe you could certainly try.
Yeah, I won't. I figured it'd be dumb. Is it like a brazier or something that's underneath it, or is it just a fire just floating?
Nope, just a floating ball of fire.
I'll send Stratos to the roof. Is there anything on the roof, or is it still just floating up there?
No, it's just floating.
Okay, yep, that's it. Can't control it. Nap time.
where are we bedding down for the night?
Probably that 3rd level.
Okay.
We could just like push all the bodies out and just throw them out the fucking edge.
Like I would do.
We could pile them like a door.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'll help.
Yeah, let's not have our only air vent be rotting corpses.
Well, okay, so there is actually like another one of the chimney kind of situations leading up to.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not have one of 2 of our vents being
Also fair.
corpses.
But it'll stop any terrafolk from coming back in. They'll be like, oh, no.
Maybe just one rotting corpse.
They land and go, what happened here?
Yeah. Okay. So you, I don't know, get creative with some corpses and
Yeah.
Yeah, settle in for the evening. Having conquered Firefinger and having only some of you only slightly having been thrown off the edge and landing in a nice little cozy ice bowl. But yeah, we will pick things up a little bit later on. Actually, before we call it for tonight, I should tell you some stuff that you can like see from the top of the tower, because I feel like I'll forget if I wait until next time. So, let's see. Let me get back to the map, so maybe I can ping some stuff for you. So you see some big breaks in the canopy of the jungle. Let's see here. So over here, where you have heard the Aldani Basin is, and there's another break over here. And finally, let's see. Where is this other thing that they're telling me about? Yeah, okay. So basically, right around here too, there's kind of like a valley situation going on.
Are you able to mark those roughly, like where?
That's what I just did.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that really is about as good an idea, I think, according to what you there
Okay.
get. So there's that stuff. See if there's any other cool stuff you could see. So I mean, you can get a better view of things that you're peaks of flame. Other like volcanoes and mountains along the southern coast.
What the fuck is over here?
Yeah, you know what? That's fine. I'll say that you can just fucking see that. There is realistically not a whole lot going on there.
Cool. All right. And then what about right next to us?
Yeah, you know what? Let's see. We'll go like here.
Because I will say I will spend most of that night up top, literally walking back and forth and mapping. Just, as kind of a pastime kind of thing, something to keep me busy.
Yeah, that's fine.
I am so happy right now.
That we just cleared all those hexes.
Yes.
Oh yes, so am I.
Yeah. Also, let's see. Let me double check something here. Okay. So, over here, by the location marked as Mesro, you can see the remnants of a city, all like overgrown and obviously like desolate and abandoned. Kind of difficult to make out a ton of detail, but you can see an abandoned city over here. And then over... Hold on. Minimize this. So over here, at Ataz Muhaha, one of the best names.
Yes.
Which, by the way, in the old Chilton tongue, means laughing gorge.
Ah.
I shit you not. you can see that there is a stretch of river that is spanned by a mostly intact bridge. You can see even from here that there is like a portion of it that has sort of collapsed. But yeah, that's probably about it in terms of details there. Yeah, I think that does it.
Sweet.
Wait, what's at Mesro and what's at Tazmuaha?
Mesro is an abandoned city, and Ataz Muhaha is a massive bridge spanning over the river right here, with part of the bridge having collapsed.
So in order to get to that side, we'd have to go down and around the gorge.
That would make sense.
That's fine. So we'll have to change our... We'll have to change our path up a little bit. We can't just cross the gorge. So we'll have to kind of probably do one of these and then come down around here. Unless anywhere in there can be crossed.
Yeah, I think there are, like, basically once you get past about this point, you're not so much in a gorge anymore.
Oh, once you get past what point? Sorry.
Like around here.
Okay, so we could cross like here.
Yeah.
Alright, and then we'll come up and sightsee here. Because we might as well, we're here. And, or wait, no. Where's, oh, sorry. I was thinking this
We
is
need
up.
to go to Cursibal.
Yeah, we need to go down, not up. My bad. So, we'll take a detour here, and then we'll go down to Cursibal. Just to see the edge of it. Or do we want to hit up the Dragon Mark first?
I mean, it's right there.
Yeah. Alright, so detour here, detour there. Cursibal. And
Okay.
clear all the tiles in there that we can. And then, do we want to hit up Mesro? Is that a thing we want to do?
Sounds dangerous. Do we know more about it?
Does Azaka know anything? I will have looked to Azaka and said, "Hey Azaka, do you know anything about Mesro?"
I know it's long abandoned. They say the denizens of the city just disappeared one day.
Huh.
Maybe let's not go there.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Kind of lucked out here. Let's not press our luck. So yeah, we'll skirt past Mesro. Actually, can we see the Ataz Muhaha from the U.S. side instead of the Canadian side?
The U.S. side. Okay, so
So
let me double check this.
can we just go here and then stop here and see it, and then continue our journey?
So, if you approach from the west, your current orientation, you would be able to walk on most of the bridge. Like, this is the more intact side, is the one closer to you right now. So yeah, I mean, you could see most of the sights and overlook the river and all of that good stuff.
All right, yeah. So we'll do that. We'll take a pit stop in Ataz Muhaha, take some pictures, and then continue.
Okay.
So our map is as it stands, I guess, unless anybody has anything else or any arguments.
Nope, sounds good. And I live with
Sounds
it.
good.
I
Cool.
saw that.
All right. So with that, you guys having just, gotten your Assassin's Creed landmark on for a little bit,
Yeah.
I suppose we will call it there. and pick up next time as you set out through the jungle toward Ataz Muhaha.
And get a million XP.